Let's talk about Make It From Home. Tell me exactly what Make It From Home is and what it is now, what your long-term vision is for it.
I will highlight the opportunity that folks have to make it from the comfort of their own home, whether it's building their own business, whether it's, joining a company that gives you the opportunity to work remotely, whether you're a stay-at-home mom who just enjoys taking care of your little one. The opportunity of Make It From Home is a platform where I envision more employers, parents, mom, grandmas, everybody coming onto this platform and sharing their opportunities, what they have been doing with their life that allows them to make it from the comfort of their own home. And it could be like, yeah, I baked my cookies from home, and you're making it, you're just making it happen. And you're happy that way. And so my whole vision for that platform is seeing folks come together and highlighting how they're able to make it from home. And I think COVID pushed us into something that opens up a lot of doors, but at the same time, we're shutting it back up again. Imagine our kids were able to learn from home. You didn't have to drive them. You didn't have to sit in traffic. Families were able to save money on gas and all of this other stuff. Same thing with me. Literally, I get to keep 90% of my income because I don't have to worry about driving every day. I find that will motivate folks more because COVID pushed us there. And I think we're lifting our foot back on the gas and going back to where we were 2 years ago. And I think we shouldn't go back there. We advanced, literally overnight. Schools are like, no, come pick up this laptop and you guys can continue to work. Employers were like, go home. But they're like, no, you guys can work from home. Take your laptops home. And then people were still able to deliver on their core projects. So then why do we have to go back to office? And literally employers save money. I have not heard my employer say, hey, Alencia, I'm sending you a check for your home office. That should be the conversation we're having. How do I compensate my employees more for their home office? And how can we make sure their home is safe? Because then you can have someone who's living at home with an abuser, and God forbid they're at home 24/7 with that person. Those are conversations we need to have. Or someone might have, a mental health day that they need to, have more people interaction. You can say, hey, Alencia, would you like to come into their office and see your team members once a month, twice a month? Here's a budget for that. So those are conversations I would love to have on my platform where employees are asking those kind of questions, not we have not been able to watch you, Alencia. I don't know what you're doing on your lunch break, and I need more control over that. So I feel no, you don't need to watch over me like that. Am I delivering what I need to deliver? And if you're happy with my work, I should have that freedom to decide. And we have that freedom, and I don't know why employers feel that they need to, I don't know what they call it. I don't know why it's a thing, because we were literally saving the money. Electricity, if no one was in the building, those powers could have been shut off. Internet, if no one was using it, you didn't have to pay for that much data from your internet company. I have not heard of the conversation how all of that money that was saved because of COVID and no one being in the office, and how that's being divided amongst our employees. I didn't see any portion of that going towards my bonus this year. So those should be the conversation that folks are having versus we need to bring them back into the office. What's going on? Let's talk about the money that you saved last year and how you're going to divide it amongst the employees, and how you're going to use that for more employee training or something. Let's bring them back for what? Let's bring them back for more team building activities, yes. Or let's bring them back because we saw, more mental health check, whatever happening. And then you want to make sure your employees are okay, but not because of, there has not been a reason why. I think in some cases, why the bring back is important.
Well, it comes down to the things that I've heard are, if we think back to generally as humans, we like things to stay the same. We don't like change and we don't like uncertainty. And so I think a lot of employers feel really comfortable with the way it was. There was a lot of kind of control in all of that too, because they knew what you were doing all day long, and they could also ensure that better collaboration was happening. But I totally agree with you. And what I love is you're urging us not to shy away from those really important conversations that need to be happening, because things have changed. We can't go back and turn back the clock and change what happened the last 2 years. It becomes, how do we embrace everything moving forward and impact people's quality of life from a really positive standpoint? And then, of course, just really figure out, how do we become more human? We became more human during COVID, treating people with more kind of genuine care. How do we ensure that carries over in the conversations that we're continuing to have?
Exactly. We talk about the negative of it. Oh my God, I don't want to go back into office, but we don't give the reasons. Like, let's highlight the benefits of working from home. Let's highlight all the things we're able to accomplish. Like, I would say, like, working from home saved my relationship, and it also like allowed me to see my kids grow up. Like, both of my kids, I watched them walk, watch them like develop into the person that they're becoming, their first words. Those are not things that parents should be missing. I don't think those are things that, I feel like for some parents they can't, which, that's something that we can work on as a society. But those are important milestones in a kid's journey that as a parent you should not have to miss. And then that also brings us back to, back in the days, one parent can take care of the whole household. It's almost feels that it's happening again. Although we can both be working from home, although my husband doesn't, he doesn't like it. He's not working from home, but it also gives us that opportunity to continue to grow as a person and connect.